Welcome to another Unitrend Certified Administrator course. Today we're going to go over job management and where to view your logging. Jumping into the UI, we'll start on the Jobs tab here, coming to the Job Manager up on the top. From there, we can see the different jobs that we have here with both backup and backup copy jobs being available. If I needed to kick off a job, I can always come up to the top and choose Run, and that will start the job. You can see that this has a normal schedule of incremental forever every day at 3 a.m. and the next runtime is scheduled for 3 a.m. tomorrow. If I needed to, I could also disable this job or choose to edit it. This would show you the same options that you had when to protect, and we can always expand this out to add additional machines if necessary. And you would just choose next and again set your schedule and save if necessary. You'll also note that we have backup copies configured here as well, and this is indicated by the backup copy icon, which is white here. Coming to the active jobs tab, if we were to look here, we can see that we have our backup running for this machine right now. We can also see the job comment on the right hand side as that has been enabled by coming to the right hand side and enabling that field here. We could also hit view details to see the same information. And if this was a job that was queued, meaning that I had run several jobs at once, I could also choose to pause that, meaning that before the job actually runs, I can keep that job from running until I enable it. We could, of course, also cancel this job if we didn't want the backup itself to run. Though when it comes to backup copies, you typically should not cancel a backup copy. This oftentimes will require you to run a new full in order for things to resynchronize appropriately. From there, if you did need to disable that, it would typically be recommended to come to the Configure Appliances tab under the Edit menu. Then from Backup Copy, you could suspend backup copies to that target. That would be typically what we recommend. You can also set the options under Backup Copy for 0% during a particular time frame. Coming back to our Jobs tab, if we were to go to Recent Jobs up on the top, we can see here lots of logging is available just by clicking on the backup and hitting View Log. From there, we can scroll through the information, find out if there are any issues here. For example, this indicates that I'm able to run full successfully on this database, but if I were to try to run transaction logs, that it wasn't able to set the appropriate information, the MSDB table, meaning that transaction logs or differentials would fail. But because I'm only running fulls here, this isn't a concern, but if it was something that I needed to fix, this information is upfront and easy to access. We would also be able to find this within our reporting under our backup history or the backup failures report. You'll note that they have a similar style here, where you just simply set the date range for what you'd like to look at, and then you can generate a report. From there, by clicking on this, we can see the information about the log. And again, if this is an issue that you're facing and you're unable to figure out this out on your own, most of the time you can send us this logging information and we can point you in the right direction. We also have our data copy access jobs here, though this is covered in another module on copy data management. All of these jobs can also be created from this page, but all of these are also covered in other modules. It is important to note that there is also here where it shows the recent system jobs. This shows you some of the operations like the standing up and tearing down of file of recovery and instant recovery operations, and you can even see what users are doing those operations. You'll also note here, for example, where backups are deleted for long-term retention or compliance, or because the system just needed to purge the space to make room for new backups to land. The system will automatically purge off the oldest deleted data if it's not under a retention policy. So it is important to make sure that you have your policy set appropriately so you have enough days to restore from. Retention policies again are covered in yet another module. But For now, if you have any other questions about the jobs, please check Kaseya University or the online admin guide here under online help. You'll see that we have within here a section on how to manage your system and how to manage your jobs. But that's it for today. If you have any further questions, again, reach out and we'll be happy to help. Have a wonderful day.